Raise your hand if you're sick of Aaron Rodgers. Just raise both of them. Oh, my gosh. Just, jeez. In some twisted way, I kind of like it. I got to tell you, I kind of like it because I think it's sort of circling back to a point that I've made for some time. This man is quickly moving up the charts as easily one of the most disliked public figures I can think of. I think he thinks otherwise, but surely you're starting to, and if you didn't think it before, let me just talk to you about a few things that are going on that might make you say, come on, hipster, hairy hipster. And I don't mean hairy with 2 R's. I mean hairy, like a lot of hair. Come on, man. Is everyone not over this dude? It is just when you think enough already, just shut up, man, and get going one way or another. Just do something. Just when you feel like saying that, he just won't stop. It's exactly what I told you. And notice how I've said nothing about his ability to throw a football. So you've probably raised your hand that you're sick of Aaron Rodgers, so naturally I'm going to mention Aaron Rodgers. The Kardashian of the NFL. That's what we will call him. And I feel pretty comfortable in saying that. And I feel pretty comfortable there's more proof almost hourly that he's the Kardashian of the NFL. He is loving every minute of this. Ooh, what will he do? He's loving it. The rest of us think it's reached the point of being silly and stupid and kind of nauseating. And you should think that. But he thinks it's really neat and cool. Now, understand what he's going to do, okay? He's going to sign a contract with the New York Jets. He is. He wants the money, and there's probably a football aspect to it that's very appealing. I can't argue with that. I've already told you, most people don't pay attention to the Jets. I can tell you I have, and there's talent there. So if you're a football player and you wanted a chance to look good, it's a really good opportunity. So I'm not minimizing that he wants to play some football, but he wants the money and he wants the attention. So there is no drama to this storyline. There really isn't. He's the one making it dramatic. Everybody else involved is not seeking the drama. He's the one seeking the drama. The Green Bay Packers have publicly over a week ago said, hey, man, we're moving on. Yeah, good luck to you. Knock him out. Yay. They wished him well. If he were retiring, okay, so we can stop a little bit of drama, although he's going to try. He's even doing emojis now, so you know that's going to work with me. The hairy grown man with the Vespa is using emojis. You know what I think of that. But if he were retiring, the Packers and Aaron Rodgers would have already owned it. The Packers would have happily owned it. And the Packers and Aaron Rodgers would be gushing about his Hall of Fame career. That's what would be happening if he were retiring, and that's what should be happening if he were retiring. He could choose to sort of sit it out and say, listen, he does a Brady-like announcement at the beach and says, man, I'm out. I'm going to go read poetry and do acid or whatever. But the Packers would have owned it, and they would have said, oh, my gosh, they would make a big deal. The NFL would make a big deal out of his career. He's not retiring. Are you kidding? Or he's going to say he is, but no. He wants the money. He wants the drama. He wants the attention. So here we go, and it gets silly in a hurry. First up, he tweeted. This is like something a 9th grade girl would do. He tweets. It's an 8-letter tweet with lots of emojis. Last night, he tweeted, okay, because he needs you to keep paying attention. He needs you to stay in there, and he needs to have some fun with this. 39-year-old quarterback broke his Twitter silence late Monday night with a very short tweet that had 8 letters, 2 emojis, and very little clarity. This tweet had the NFL world diving into some theories about a possible hidden meaning, because really, what could this be referring to? And a lot of people have reacted. I think a lot of you have said, I'm not reacting. I could absolutely care less. This man is driving me crazy. The tweet was with emojis. Maybe because I'm clueless, my kids try to get me to use an emoji. It's just kind of a thing for me. I don't know if you're an adult, you should be using emojis. I really don't. But last night he tweeted, SULLLLLLLLLL. There's 8 of them in 2 little emoji faces. Yeah. Woo. Well, Jeff, what does that mean? I have no freaking idea what that means, and neither do you. And then who cares? I already told you, he's not retiring. Stop it already. He's not retiring. If he's retiring, he'd be like some kind of tour so everyone could worship him. The Packers would be being nice to him. The Packers have said, please get out of here. We're moving on, you baby. He's not. He wants the money. He wants the money, and he wants to play. I think he kind of wants to play football. All right, so the obligatory ESPN nonstop. I think this is Ian Rappaport with some emojis.
It's Rich Eisen calling.
Hi, sorry.
It's all good. No, that's the frenzy portion. I get it. They say they're speaking it into existence. We're assuming the it is Aaron Rodgers becoming a Jet. Is it in existence, though, Ian?
It exists somewhere, just not in reality.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, no, look, there is a possibility that Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets. I would go as far as to say now many people involved expect it. It just literally hasn't happened yet, and I wish it did happen. My life would be better if Aaron Rodgers had gone to the Jets. My phone would be a lot cleaner. All my Jets friends who are texting me would be much happier. It just hasn't happened yet. Now, of course, here's where it stands. The Jets would like Aaron Rodgers. The Packers are open to trading him. Rodgers has 2 options: retire or go play for the Jets. Obviously, going back and playing for the Packers is still theoretically a possibility, just not considered likely at this point. Rodgers just hasn't informed the interested parties what he wants to do. And until he does, there's really no reason for anyone to get engaged in anything. So we're just waiting. Meanwhile, we're dealing with the frenzy, which is still frenzied. It just doesn't involve Aaron Rodgers just yet.
Okay. Again, there's the music bed, as usual. Sounds like something from a porn movie in the 70s, but okay. All the reporters are doing the right thing, and now all the reporters now are just fed up with it. Like, come on. Everyone's moved all their places. There's no drama, man. Everyone's gone. The Packers have gone on. 49ers have gone on. Everyone's moved on. Pro Football Talk, which I like. It's smart and a little snarky, which is good. Aaron Rodgers officially is holding the Packers and Jets hostage. He's doing so because both teams won't know what they can or can't do to potential free agents without knowing whether he will or won't be on their rosters. All they'll inevitably miss out on players they could have signed. Where I think people ought to be fed up with the guy like the Packers are fed up with him. Please understand this. This could circle back to anybody in your job or hiring someone. The person you want to hire or you getting hired, you say, I want a raise. And here's what I want. I wanted a raise and I want different working conditions. And your boss says, okay, what are those? And you list them. And your boss says, okay, you have them. And then you're trying to go, I don't know that I like it here anyway. Well, wait a second. You asked us to give you something, and we're giving you what you asked us to give you. You got a raise, and we moved Frida from a cubicle to the back room. We're doing everything you asked us to do. And now you're not going to show up? Yeah. And then you show up, and you kind of like, who was the guy in Office Space? Remember when he went under that spell, and he just kind of would goof around all day? And he met with the 2 Bobs? That's what Aaron Rodgers is doing. And they're saying, but you told us you wanted money. We made you the highest paid player in the game. Then you told us you wanted some other stuff and some feelings. You never really wanted to practice. You wanted to show up around here. Okay, we did that too. And then you just didn't care. You acted like the guy in Office Space and said, I sleep till noon and I show up when I want. So that's what he's done. And that's why you should have a problem with this. Not because he's the highest paid player in the game or a future Hall of Famer. The fact that he's got an employer. He had someone that's employing him, and they gave him everything he told them, and he still screwed it off and said, I don't like you and I don't want to play. Maybe, kind of. I don't know. The Packers, who have their next starter ready to go, need to know what's happening with Rodgers' contract. Yeah, they would really like to know that. The Jets need to know which veteran quarterback they'll be acquiring. You know what? They're about run out of them. Yeah, they're screwed. Absolutely screwed if this deal doesn't happen, but this deal is going to happen because he wants the money and he wants the attention. It's going to happen. So with each passing second, the Jets could lose out on players like Jimmy Garoppolo or Baker Mayfield. Oh, well, they have. They have. At some point, it's fair to wonder whether the Jets force the issue, treating Rodgers' failure to say yes or no as a firm no. That should have happened already. When they went out there to meet him at the country club, somewhere in Malibu, in between rounds of golf, they say, look, here's how good our team is. Here's how much attention you're going to get in New York. Here's how much money you're going to make. You know what you need to do? You need to take this deal or we're getting back on the plane and you're not. And I suspect they probably got a yes, but he wants to milk it further. So there's two people involved in this story that like the attention. The owner of the Jets, who's a goof, and Aaron Rodgers, who's a diva. That's why this is playing out the way it is. Rodgers, it says, may think his deadline is Wednesday at 4 p.m. Or maybe he thinks he can take as long as he wants. Maybe he's playing passive-aggressive with the Packers in retribution for a bunch of things, including most recently the public remarks from CEO Mark Murphy making it clear they want him to move on. Yeah, that is part of this, is that he doesn't like that they implied, you know what, we really don't need him anymore. We want him to move on. And that hurt his feelings, and so he's going to screw with everybody now. Rodgers is currently the center of the NFL's universe. He'll stay there for as long as it takes for Rodgers to make his own plans. And he's loving every single second of it. The upside to all of this is, for everyone that's sick of it, the upside to me is that people are starting to appreciate who he is. A mopey whiner who needs constant attention. He better play well. I mean, this guy has now successfully started to force people to think, man, you're a jackass. What do? You are just a crybaby. He is quickly putting more pressure on himself in the greatest pressure cooker in American sports in New York. He is now worn out the fun part of the story. He is now turned into a total diva that is now making people who probably wouldn't have been critical before, those first three incompletions you throw, they are going to chew you up, man. Maybe even if it's not deserved. You know why everyone's going to chew you up? Because you've acted like a mopey baby. That's why. And they're kind of sick of you. People just don't like you much. So he better play well because the act has worn thin. It's not wearing thin. It has completely worn thin. I'll go so far as to say, I don't know that they planned this, but I don't think most people appreciate the screwed up nature of New York ownership. I'm going to suggest that at some level, this is a coordinated move, attention-getting move between Aaron Rodgers and the owner of the Jets. His name is Woody Johnson. Woody Johnson is I believe, of the Johnson & Johnson family. Woody's an idiot. Well, not an idiot, and like he can, make some money and stuff. But Woody is, as an owner, he makes Jerry Jones look like Einstein. He makes Jones seem calculated and clear. He makes Jones seem like the Bill Belichick of football knowledge. He is a doofus. The reason why the Jets have sucked for a long, long time is their owner is a doofus. The owner has got some ego. The owner's got some money. He screws everything up. He really does. He's Trump-like in that whatever he touches, it just turns into a mess, except he's made real money. Trump doesn't. But Woody Johnson is loving this. This has Woody Johnson's handprints all over this. I'll bet you the football people with the Jets who've made very good decisions, including drafting the offensive rookie of the year and the defensive rookie of the year. They've done very, very smart football things. I would argue they probably, after an initial pass or two with Aaron Rodgers, they probably would have suggested, man, let's just move on. Let's go get somebody else. Let's avoid the drama. Let's just go play some football. And I think his handprints are all over this saying, no, that's what I want. I like it. I like the attention. For the first time in forever, since Joe Namath, the New York Jets are going to matter next year. Every down is going to be must see. And I think the owner likes that. I think he likes it a lot. So the two of them have their own sort of diva-like attitude about working together, in my opinion. Either way, he's going to get a chance to prove it. He's going to play. He's going to get a chance to prove it. He will have no excuses. There will be none. He'll try. He'll have something. I don't know what. He'll blame it on somebody. Something will come up. But there will be no excuses. The Jets will have no excuse. Ownership will have no excuse. When the deal is done, when it's done, when he's finished doing this thing, and it is done, just ask yourself come next September, are the Jets the best team in the AFC? Because that's the way this is going to have to play out. That's the attitude fans and media are now going to have. You know what? You better be the best team in the AFC. And they aren't. But that's the standard he's building up. That's the drama he's wanted to create. They're good. They're really, really good. Are they the best team in the AFC? No. No, they're not. In order, I would tell you, I know it's crazy to say, in order, I would tell you it's Jacksonville, Kansas City, Miami, Jets, maybe Buffalo, San Diego. I might even go the state of Florida 1-2, but there's Patrick Mahomes in that conference, so you don't bet against him. But now the template is you better be the best. Think about this. You better be the best team in the AFC. That's what New York media is going to expect. That's what I think fans are going to expect after all this drama. And, he can't come off the golf course, faking like he's doing, some therapy thing and say, I don't know. I guess we'll be okay. All shucks. No. Everyone has the expectation, buddy. You've been dragging this out. They've been giving you one of the best rosters in football. You better have the best team in the AFC or we're going to chew you up. That's what he's created now. Same with the owner. I think they love it right now. I will tell you, I think he will be judged almost to a level that's unfair. I think the expectation now, because people generally just starting to dislike this hairy guy, greasy hairy guy. Does he ever wash his hair? Is that the thing? Is that what every other hipster in South Austin does? You don't wash your hair? Okay. I think this Vespa boy has created such an antagonistic position that I think is going to be held to a ridiculous standard. And the second incompletion, they're going to boo him.